What's going on, everybody? My name is Bendy, and this is going to be Doomlings. So, today, I should be getting a package. It's going to be a brand new card game called Doomlings, and I am extremely excited to receive this because, one, the game is extremely fun, two, it's brand new, and sort of kind of in beta test, I suppose. And three, it supports a really small up-and-coming business. Doomlings is basically a brand new company that is pretty much creating this card game from scratch. It's a team of, I think, like 5 or so people that have put this whole thing together using a Kickstarter campaign, and it is extremely exciting, and I played it for the first time a couple weeks ago at a party, and it was extremely fun. So pretty much the next day, I went and bought it for myself. So I got the gold bundle, which basically means that I got the best version of the game that you can get. It has the original game, as well as all, I think, 5 of the expansions that have come out since the game's original launch. And there's a lot of really fun cards going on in the expansions and whatnot. The game that I played at the party a few weeks ago had all the expansions, so I'm extremely excited to check this out. This package should be coming anytime now, so we will continue this video as soon as my package arrives. So, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Future Bendy here. I kind of just wanted to let you guys know that I recorded this months ago at this point. It was over the summer at one point, but Merry Christmas! Happy to have a video out for you guys for Christmas. As far as Doomlings goes, I'm planning on coming out with a lot of content for Doomlings. Going forward, I'm going to come out with little mini tip videos and things like that, explaining the confusing cards of the game for those that are wondering about them. So, come along with me for the ride, and I hope you guys have a very, very happy holiday. As I know, I'm putting this out pretty much on Christmas. So if the things that I'm saying don't really make a whole lot of sense timing-wise, or if you've had Doomlings for months on end, some stuff sounds old to you, or some of the designs look old to you, that's why. Recorded this like 5 or 6 months ago at this point, and I'm just now getting it out, so I apologize for that. Alright, anyways, back to the unboxing. Yes! Time has come. So, my Doomlings package has arrived, as you can see right here. Got myself a box cutter. Cut this guy open. I'm so excited, guys. I've literally been waiting like 2 weeks for this. Checking the fucking tracking on it constantly. I'm so excited. Alright. We got bubble wrap. Yes! Alright. So, these are the mats. Let's get this out of here. This is the box. This is my cards that I already did. So this is the box that you get with. And then, this is going to be all the mats. I think there should be 6 of them in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like that. So let's take a look at these first, because why the hell not? So look how nice these things look, man. So, like I said, there is 6 mats that I got. These are separate from the gold box here. That's going to be in here, and we'll open that up next. But take a look at these mats. You can see, here, this one's a little bit more clear. This one's a little light, so you can't really see anything. But basically, all you do is put the cards down in this big square, anywhere you want. Usually you organize it by color, so there's 5 different colors in this game. I think there's red, green, blue, purple, and then there's white, which is colorless. And then you have your first dominant trait and your second dominant trait. Those are a little bit different. So these are like special trait cards, and you can only play 2 of them in the entire game, and they are stuck there forever. So once you place them here, nobody can steal them, they can't go away, you can't take them away from the board. And this is going to be where your gene pool card goes. What the gene pool is, it determines how many cards you can have in your hand. So I think it starts at 5, and there's cards in the game that allow you to increase your gene pool so you can get more cards, or there's ones that give you minus gene pool. That's pretty much the gist of it. But you can take a look at these mats, man. They look so good, and they feel real good too, man. So I got that. I think this is the one that I used when I played at the party. This one right here. That's like the spacey one. Then we got this little islandy looking one here. Take a look at that. And then the fourth one is gonna be this other islandy looking one, but it's got more of a sunset and stuff. I haven't seen most of these myself. I think the only one that I saw was this second one here, the space looking one. I didn't see what these ones look like. This one looks really cool too, man. And then I think I saw this purple one also. Oh, it's got a castle on it. That's so cool. Check out that, and it's got the moon. That's probably my favorite one of them right here. It's between this one and the other space one there. And then this one is also looking kind of like a, oh, it's a desert. Let's see the cactus here. So we got the cactus here, a little bit of a desert scene or whatever. Pretty cool looking all in all. You can see they're all different designs and stuff, so you can have up to 6 players here. You could get more mats and be able to play with more people. You would just need to either create your own gene pool cards, because everybody gets a gene pool card basically, to help you keep track of what number that you're on for your hand. So those are the mats. I'm very excited about that. So aside from, like I said, you get the original game plus I think 5 expansions. I'll have to double check maybe once, maybe the box will say itself. But we're gonna be getting, I think, 4 dominant traits that are all hollow foil and all shiny and stuff. So we're basically gonna get some like special edition cards and stuff. So let's check it out. Alright, I got a box cover for a reason, Bendy. What are you doing? Alright, so this is what the box looks like. Here, let me, I need my tape to guide me here. So this is what the box looks like. It's all nice and shiny. So I guess it does go this way because it's got the instructions and stuff on the back here. So this is a first edition gold bundle box right here. Somewhere on a doomed and distant planet, life has emerged, competing for dominance until the world's inevitable destruction. Score points by playing traits for your Doomling species, making them more adaptable, resilient, and mischievous. Play traits across multiple rounds, called ages. But be warned, hidden in the ages are catastrophes, special rounds that befall the planet, forcing you to adapt your strategy until the end of the world. So let's get this open. In addition to this, you also get, I think it's an age mat or something like that. I forget exactly what they call it. Doomlings, KSC, playmat. So this one is another mat that comes. And this one is for everybody in the game to use, basically. So you got your discard pile. That's where everybody puts the cards that are out of the game. Your traits, this is going to be where the deck goes. The entire deck will go here, or you could probably just put them anywhere, really. And then you have your age cards. So there's going to be a separate age deck that goes right here. So basically, you just keep flipping them over until you have these 3 eras. So each era is basically 3, I guess, rounds, I guess you could say. After everybody goes their turn, you flip over an age card, and it could either be a regular age card, which every turn gives some kind of either limitation on what players are able to do that turn, for that turn only, or makes you like discard cards or something like that. Sometimes they make your gene pool go up or down or things like that. But then among the age cards, there's also catastrophe cards. And these are the ones that will move the era from, say, the first one to the second one. So the first era, you keep playing until a catastrophe comes. And then once the catastrophe comes, you are in the second era. So then you'll be flipping over the age cards into the second era pile. And then once another catastrophe comes, you move on to the third era, and then you play your ages until the third catastrophe happens, and that is when the end of the world happens. The end of the world is basically just the end of the game, and then you add up everybody's scores, and the one with the most points wins, basically. So it's a pretty fast-paced game. It kind of makes sense once you actually have the mat here. So the mat is actually very helpful, but you definitely don't need the mats by any means. I got the gold bundles. This gives me the original deck as well. Look how shiny it is. It looks so good. All right, let's open this up. Ta-da! Oh, it's got a spacey design with a QR code on the inside, probably so you can use this online or something. I don't know what this QR code is for. I'm not sure what that QR code is. Maybe we'll have to find out later. Maybe that'll be another video. I don't know. But we got the instruction books here, which I will probably be using to double check what my awards are and stuff. But you got all the rules and all that, explanations and stuff like that, just so you guys can take a look at generally what it looks like. I know you guys won't be able to read it or anything like that, but just so you guys can see what you get with your gold box if you decide to order one for yourself. By the way, this is not a sponsor or anything like that. Doomlings has not hit me up for this. I'm just doing this on my own because I thought it'd be fun. I don't expect my normal audience to be into this, but I don't know if anybody finds this video through Doomlings, let me know in the comments. So we have, it looks like a bunch of cards in here. You can take a look for yourself here. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get all these out. Oh, it's got a little foam to keep the cards safe. That's nice. All right, so these are gonna be the age cards, like I mentioned before. So these are gonna go right here on the mat. Looks like there's 2 of them. So there's gonna be quite a few age cards. The way that I think you're supposed to play is you're supposed to pick out 3 catastrophe cards and put them down in each era, and then put 4, I think, ages within this, and then you kind of shuffle them up so that there's 5 in each era total. And this kind of controls the length of the game if you wanted it to be a shorter game. But what I think I'm going to do instead is I think I'm going to just put all the ages there and shuffle it all together and stuff, and then whatever happens, happens. I feel like that would be way funner to me. That is not the official rules though. I believe that you are supposed to take out 3 catastrophes for yourself and then place them in each of the eras, and then place 4 regular age cards with them so that you have a controlled link for the game. But I don't know, it's up to you guys, I guess. Let's take a look at some of these age cards. I want to find the holo foil cards that I'm going to get. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be age cards. I think they're supposed to be dominant traits. So we're gonna find them together. But I am super excited to take a look. I'll show you guys what some of the artwork looks like as well, because they're all super cute. It's definitely part of the appeal of the game, for sure. And also, I'm gonna be eventually placing all these in these. Probably, maybe I'll just fast forward through it, but I don't know. Either way, take a look at what these cards look like. So we got cybernetic. So it looks like they actually mixed in some of the traits, because these are the trait cards. These are what the trait cards look like. They have the number on the corner, like I mentioned earlier. I didn't even see what that looks like on the back. Oh yeah, so it says traits on the back. So there, now you know. I didn't actually see what it looked like because the person that I was playing with, the one time I did play it, actually had them already in the sleeves, so I didn't actually see what the back of the card looks like. And actually, there is some special sleeves that you can get on the Doomlings website that actually has, and it was designed by the developers of this game. So that's kind of cool. But it looks like they mixed in some traits with the age pile here. But let's take a look at it. We have some trait cards here. I'm gonna put those to the side because we don't need them right now. And then we have all of our age cards. So you can see all these age cards, they have their own effects and things like that affect what you're able to do each turn. So this one, the first one says age of metadata. Play this age with your hand revealed. So everybody shows their cards in order to play that one turn. And like I said, you leave the deck in the age pile, and then every turn you flip it over, and you play that turn under the conditions of the age. Yeah, this is a trait. Why is the traits all mixed in like that? Oh, and then there's these Meaning of Life cards also, which are special cards, which I would probably get into at some point later. Those are additional things that you can just, so we actually only have 3 H cards in here. So this actually must be the whole expansion, and then the rest of the cards in the box are probably the regular game. So we actually have only 3 ages here. So you flip them over, you see the rule here. So we have Joy here. So everyone draws a card and discards 2. That's what that one does. But look at these arts, man. They're so cool looking. And then this one we have Bioengineered Plague. This one gives you, I think that's actually a catastrophe card for you guys to look at. So you can see it says catastrophe on the very top of it. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but I have no real sense of if you guys can see the cards or not. So these ones actually have 2 sections of effects to it. So the first one is if you play it in the first 2 eras. So you just kind of go through the thing and play the turn. And then at the World's End effect is only going to be if the card appears on the 3rd era. And that's going to be how the game ends. So you play through the World's End effect right before you end the game, basically. I don't know if I'm explaining this good at all, but I'm probably going to go through the rules in another video here. But we have another thing of foam, very exciting. I love foam. And then we have our entire trait pile, it looks like. These little symbols right here indicate that there is some kind of effect in order to determine how much points you get from these cards, basically. So let's open these up. I really want to find what my holos are going to be. That's what I want to know. I think it looks like they're just going to be randomly put in there. Are these all going to be traits? Birth of Life cards. Oh, the Birth of Life card, that's the beginning. So this is always the first card of the game, basically. The first turn is always going to be this one. And then these ones are the gene pool cards. Everybody starts with 5 cards in their hand. So everybody gets one of these cards that they can put on their field. And let me reorganize my mat here a little bit so you guys can see for yourself. Everybody puts their gene pool card right there. And it just helps you to keep track of how many cards are supposed to be in your hand. So if you get a minus gene pool, you turn it over and make it 4. You just want to face it towards you so it makes sense. And you can have up to 8 cards in your hand total. Once you get to 8, you can't have any more than 8 cards in your hand. So gene pool card just helps you to keep track of how many cards you can have in your hand. And it looks like there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So you could actually play with 8 people, I suppose, and not have to worry. So we're gonna put those to the side as well because they're not really important for right now. But what is important is that we have all of our red cards here. I'm just gonna put them to the side. And then we have more age cards. So I'm gonna have to put these cards together. It looks like they're kind of out of order here a little bit. Oh, we found some shinies. We got our first holo. We got 2 feet. That's gonna be our first holographic that we get. I think there's supposed to be 4 of them in this box or something like that. But this one says, play 1 trait from the discard pile, ignore its action. So that means you can pick any card from the discard game that's been discarded during the game and ignore its action, then discard 1 trait from your trait pile. You basically trade a card for a card with this one, but that's 2 feet. That's gonna be my first shiny. And then we have another one here. This is Beauty. Another one, holographic, very cool looking. And then we have Bones. Take 2 cards from the discard pile and add them to your hand. Ooh, that sounds pretty good actually. I like that card. I didn't see that one before. I think I saw 2 feet. I think I might have seen this one in the game that I played, but I definitely did not see Bones when I played, which is a super cool looking one. And these are the colorless ones. These ones don't actually have a color. So if there's some cards that are like pick any color, like here people have to discard all the cards of that color or something like that, for example. The colorless ones do not count in that. You cannot pick gray as a color or white or whatever. You can only pick yellow, purple, blue, and red if it's like a pick a color kind of thing. And then our next one was Beauty, like I already showed you guys, I think. Return 1 trait to your hand, then play another trait and ignore its action. So that's that shiny. And Juicy, which I do remember, I played this one. So you can swap 2 traits between any 2 trait piles. This one had kind of a confusing rule. We were having trouble trying to figure out what the wording meant. Swap 2 traits But I think what that means is basically just trade a card for a card on somebody's field, basically. So you trade one of your cards for one of their cards. Or actually, I think you can pick any two traits. So you can pick your friend over here and your other friend over here. You can trade two of their cards on the field together. So the trait pile means like cards that they have played on the field for themselves, basically. So that's that. And then my last shiny, it looks like, my last holo is going to be Pride, which I think I remember seeing Pride as well. Take a look at that, just like that. This one says discard your hand and draw 4 cards and do not stabilize. Stabilizing, so every turn you have to draw and make sure that you have the number of cards that are in your gene pool at the end of every turn. So after you go, say your gene pool is 5, you always have to end your turn with 5 cards. So if you used 3 or you discarded like 4 of them or something like that, you always have to end your turn by drawing to make sure that you have 5 cards, and that's called stabilizing. You do not start your turn by drawing, you end your turn by drawing. So it's a little bit different than some other games. And then we have some more right here. I wonder if there's any more shiny cards. Don't I have some more to pick up here, or is that all the cards? Oh no, I have a whole other thing right there. Never mind, I was like, this seems like not very many cards. We actually have 2 more H cards right here, which is Osmorian Winds. After you stabilize, pass a card to your left at random. Oh, by the way, so with these H cards, you basically do what it says, the effect, before anybody goes to the beginning of each age. So you go around the whole circle, you pick the H card, and then you do what the age says. So in this case, it says, so before anybody goes and does their turn, after you do a full turn around, you're going to do what this catastrophe says up top, which says discard a card from your hand. The player who discarded the lowest face value also must discard 1 from their trait pile. So you do that before anybody does their turn each turn. I remember people talking about Motley on Discord groups and stuff. This guy can be all the colors at once. So there's say cards that count how many cards are, like how many green cards you have is how many points this card is or something like that. So this would count towards green for stuff like that. We have all the different colors and stuff, and then we have a few more random ages thrown in. I'm not really sure what they're going for by just throwing age cards just in the middle randomly, but just to point out, we also have the difference between dominant, which you see the word dominant on top of the screen, or on top of the card. These are the dominant cards, and you can only play 2 of these the entire game, and you're stuck with it as soon as you play it. So nothing you do will ever make this card go away from that spot once you put it there. So you want to be very strategic about which dominance you play here, because this can determine whether you win or lose based on what effects are on the dominant card. Most of these dominant cards are worth higher point values, so you want to play them in order to get yourself a lot of points towards winning, but they also have either a negative effect or something really good. You just have to be very cautious about which dominance you play, because you only play 2 of them in the game, and you're stuck with them as soon as you play them. And we see we have a bunch of other just regular old cards. I'm mostly just looking for more holofoil shiny cards, because that's what I'm most excited about right now. But we're gonna put those together, and then it looks like we have 1 more deck plus, oh, here we go. These are the holofoils, special ones that you get. They just put 3 random ones, I think, in every single gold box. So this one I got Symbiosis, which is a dominant card. Look at him, so shiny. I really hope you guys are able to see this decently in this camera. I don't know. This one gets +2 for every trait in your lowest color count. So this one could add up to quite a bit, I suppose, if you have a lot of traits on the field. And then we have Carnosaur Jaw, another dominant. I think it's supposed to be 3 dominants. Oh, and Vampirism, I remember that card. And this one, you have to discard 2 red traits from your trait pile in order to play. And then Vampirism is stealing a trait from an opponent's trait pile when you play it. That's kind of cool. So there is that, and he's all nice and shiny too. I actually kind of wanted this one. I'm very excited about that actually. So, so those I think are gonna be all of my holofoil shiny cards that I get. Looks like I got 8 of them actually total. So that's pretty sweet. So, this is the last section of deck before I'm gonna start putting these cards in my sleeves here. But you can see we got some more colors here. We got a whole bunch of blues, a whole bunch of greens, a whole bunch of colorless ones. And you got some purple and some red. And I think there's some cards that actually count as 2 colors, if I can find one. There's like some cards that had split colors, like this one. So this one is both green and purple at the same time. So if you have a card that says like +1 for each green that you have, this one counts as green and also purple at the same time. So that one's kind of cool. Like this one is green and blue at the same time. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it. I'm extremely excited to have these cards finally. Not that I've been waiting for a long time, I've just been really anxiously excited to get these cards. So, did you even know what Doomlings was? Are you finding this video from Doomlings? Let me know down below. Do you have any interest in playing Doomlings for yourself? I know I didn't really go into any rules or play a game or anything like that, but I just wanted to show my unboxing and just show you guys my holo foils that I get from my gold box, because I think they are randomly selected for each gold box that you that they send out. So we got Bones, we got Vampirism, we got Carnosaur Jaw, that one's really hard to say. We got Symbiosis, we got Pride, we got Juicy, and we got Beauty, and lastly we have Tube Feet. So those are all the holo foils that I got from my gold bundle. So if you guys enjoyed this one, definitely give me a like, subscribe, comment. This is the first video I've ever done from my living room, so this is different. And let me know what you thought of the 2-camera thing. I hope this actually worked out pretty well, and I was able to show some stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. So, peace.
3, 4, 5. Fuck them all. How did you go down?
何お前は